Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to you. It is Fun Friday. We have a fabulous guest, and I'm looking forward to that whole shot of good vibes this morning because I'm tired today. I'm tired, but we're going to help you out today. We're going to help you out with an all new episode of Project Joy Live starting right now. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to you. I hope you are set up to have an amazing weekend. If you're not, we've got a triple shot of good vibes for you here this morning on Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and we're here with you every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for more Project Joy at the 9 a.m. Eastern Time hour. Let me know if you're awake, if you're enjoying your day so far, if you're just waking up, let me know. And I'm tired today. I'm a little bit tired today because we had a beach day yesterday, which wasn't the full day, but let me tell you, you could be in this summer sun for 5 minutes and it feels like a full day. It feels like a full day. Okay, it's a hot, sweaty. It's something. So we went down the beach about like I don't know about 2 o'clock or so, because I wanted to have a few hours on the beach, and then the girls do dance in the evening on the beach, and so I'm like, it'll be no big deal. I'm gonna be sitting back and relaxing the whole time, man. Just taking if y'all don't understand the size of our beach. Walking through the sand takes a lot more muscle power than walking on the boardwalk. Okay. And so you get a whole workout just going to the bathroom. At some point, if you need to go to the bathroom, you are walking through the sand and it is a whole vibe. It is a whole vibe. So I'm exhausted today, but we had a great time. The kids had a great time. It's hot. We're a little bit sun kissed this morning. Some of my kids more than others because some of them were in the water more than others, but it was a good time nonetheless. And I'm thrilled to be here with you today. So let's talk about what's happening on the show in the morning brew. All right, I can make sure that I go over to our WhatsApp group here this morning, and if you're not in our WhatsApp group, you can definitely come and join us over there just for notifications for when the shows are coming on, because sometimes we know that social media doesn't always tell us like what's happening. So you can join us over on our WhatsApp group. You can send me a message and I'll happily send you the link for that. Or you can go to the breakthroughshownetwork.com or .club at any time, and there's always a calendar there. And on that calendar, you can hit that button at the bottom that says subscribe, or add to calendar, and you can take our whole calendar and add it to yours, so you always know when stuff's going on. That's a great little feature happening. Jason's here this morning. Good morning, Jason. Good to see you. And apparently I bring Jason joy. I love that. Thank you so much, Jason. That's very meaningful for me. And I'm happy to be the source of joy for even myself some days. I have to remember I am the joy. I remind myself of that, just like I remind you guys. On the show today, y'all, Miss Brittany is back today. Very excited. Brittany Floyd from Sacred and Secrets is here today. On the eve of her birthday celebration is here, and we're going to talk about a topic today that I pulled from a little movie. I've got a little clip for you. It's just the way things are. And I think sometimes we can get stuck in that. And then sometimes it's good to hold steady. So, we're going to talk a little bit about that and where the joy is when it comes to things just being the way that they are, when to accept it. Kenny Rogers said it best: you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. You know what I'm saying? So, very excited to have Brittany here talk about that topic. We've got birthdays for you today, of course, and let you know what's happening on the Breakthrough Show Network the rest of today and throughout this weekend. So let's dive into it, everybody. Okay. Without further ado, she is the owner of Sacred and Secret. She's a spiritual artist. She's my bestie, and I'm so excited to have her back on the show today. So let's put our virtual hands together for Brittany Floyd.
It's Brittany, bitch.
She's here.
It's here.
Love it. Good morning. Good to have
Good
you here as
morning.
always. Not that I haven't seen you twice already this morning.
I know. Thanks so much for having me. It's always a pleasure being here with you.
Of course. Of course. It's always fun. You never know what's gonna happen around here when we have friends on the show. I love it. Tomorrow's a big day, right?
Yes, I turned a big 35.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, get it. So much fun. And Danielle's birthday is tomorrow too. So very fun. That we have lots of birthdays happening. Miss Juju's here this morning. Good morning, Juju. Good to see you. Miss Nancy is here.
Hi,
Good to see you, Miss
Thank
Nancy.
you.
Love it. Yes, thank you, Jason. So we got a topic to talk about today, but what is bringing you joy most this morning?
Just the simple fact of me getting out of bed. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yes.
Because despite not wanting to, I still force myself to get up, exercise this morning, and I feel good.
Yeah.
So
I love it. I love it. We've been getting, me and Brittany and Teresa, we decided to make a pact, and we're like, we're gonna get up and do this. And so we've been getting up at we 5 days in a row. 5 days
yeah,
in a row now. Yeah.
woohoo!
We've been getting
Check
up
us
in the
out.
morning, giving our bodies some love in the morning, and being there for each other. There's something to be said for um accountability, but also just support, like energetic support. It doesn't have Nobody necessarily needs to always be there and hold your weights up for you, or though it would be funny to have us all in the same room. But just that energetic support, I think, is so important when you have things goals that you want to achieve, but you're having trouble getting there.
Yeah, wait, when you create that community and that support, it creates that beautiful synergy together that just we inspire one another. And
Yeah.
we see that on even, through our co-working sessions throughout all the events. We inspire one another, and it's a great thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You see that across the board, really, in all of our, you know, events and get-togethers that we do within the Breakthrough Show Network virtual community. Like, there really is that camaraderie and support, and just there's something about the energy that is really special in what we've been able to create there. And it's moving for me to even be a part of that. And like I was saying the other night, Wednesday night, we go to Magic at the Beach, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to be at Brittany's craft circle. And so I came in and I popped in at one point, like when y'all would usually take your break. And it was just, this is the first time that I've created a space that I've been able to go in, just pop in, and everything's fine. Like, everybody's doing wonderful. Everybody's having a good time. Like, the amount of peace and joy that brings me is incredible. And I have to thank Brittany, Teresa. There's a couple people that have really been holding it down behind the scenes. And I get a much needed break every now
Yeah.
and then. So thank you so much for that.
You definitely deserve it. I don't think people truly understand the amount of work that you truly put, cuz I'm behind the scenes a lot. So I know like the amount of work that you put in, but it's just, and there's even more than I don't see. So it's just amazing. You are inspiring yourself, Jessica. Just
Thank
saying.
you. We're not gonna repeat another last Saturday because that was a lot for me. I was crying all day for the for the birthday celebration. Everybody that was there for that, it was just so moving, and I'm excited that you. We have so many friends joining us out there today. Miss Mandy's here today. Thank you so much. I told Brittany before the show, I'm like, hey, let me at least put some lipstick on or something. So, love it. Yes, it's the Brittany Veg birthday weekend. Woo woo. And Mandy loves some craft circle. Arj is here this morning. Good morning, Arj. Oh
Hi.
my God, it's so good to see you. Yes. Probably like the middle of the night where you are, right? I have such a hard time figuring out what time it is anywhere but here. Where we're here. Listen, we have a good topic this morning. That's just the way things are, and I got a great little intro to bring us into that right now because this is one of my favorite movies of all time right now.
Babe, you wait here.
Aren't pigs allowed?
Not live ones.
Sorry, dear. Only dogs and cats inside the house.
Why?
That's just the way things are.
That's just the way things are. It's just the way they're one of my favorite movies of all time, babe. And I remember that scene. There's so much in that movie that speaks to our topic today. If you've ever heard the phrase, that's just the way it is, that's just the way things are. It's the way it's always been. That's what we kind of want to talk a little bit about today. And that movie has that theme throughout the entire thing of things being just the way they are. And when we've talked on the show about this topic a little bit before in speaking about changing up tradition and certain ways that we celebrate things. And there's it's interesting because how I've sort of related it to my life is, for example, food. Food is such a huge part of like so many of our celebrations. Somebody graduates, we have food. Somebody's born, you bring a meal. Somebody dies, you have food. Like there's always food involved. And so that's such an emotional attachment that we have to those things. And so when we became plant-based, I was so afraid that I was going to lose those connections and things being just the way they are. And so I can't, like, how am I going to still celebrate? But, I learn over time to you just make over the rest. You can have the same thing, just make over the recipes. And it can be the way it is, but it can also be in a way that's in alignment with who you are in the moment. And so I try to remember that. What is that phrase? That's just the way it is. Like, what does that bring up for you?
It just is what it is.
Mm,
That's, and I think when it comes to, it's the biggest thing for me is just change in
mm,
general. I can be uh resistant to change,
mm.
a little bit. So I've gotten to the point where I'm finding the joy and it is what it is.
Mm,
Like, but it's not, I don't struggle with it as much as I used to. So
yeah.
that's,
Yeah, I think too, one of the interesting things, like, is how we prioritize things differently as human beings. We each have our own list of priorities. We each have our own things that are important to us or not important to us in our lives. And when we, in a leadership position, we get into the space of where we might start to be a little judgy of like, well, I don't understand why they're not changing things, or why are they staying with what they have or not moving on or whatever. It's that remembering for me, okay, like, we just clearly have different priorities, and it doesn't mean we won't sit back and be like, well, why can't they prioritize the way I prioritize? But it does help you to understand, okay, like, they're maybe they're not moving on from where they are because they have different priorities and they look at things differently, and that's fine as well. But like, have you ever been able to find the value in in like pushing yourself to change things up, even if you are like, oh, okay, it is what it is. But like, have you ever been like, okay, Brittany, we have to do this. We have to make a change.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. In many different aspects, there's a million things going
Yeah.
in my head right now. Uh, 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 so why don't you go first and then
I don't know. I think there's a lot of different things for me. I think one of the things I've been working on recently, I want to keep it super fresh for everybody, is my own allowing myself to be who I am, and that sometimes means that um it's not always going to be the most convenient or the I mean, I don't, it may not be somebody else's favorite version of me, and but I
right?
can only be who I am. And part of examining that for me, and that's sort of like, it's just the way it is understanding that sometimes just the way we are involves wearing a mask. Sometimes it
Yeah,
involves being afraid. Sometimes it involves a lot of these things that we spend so much energy trying to like hide or throw in the trash or not like admit or anything else. But it's just the way things are. Like, it's who we are. And if we can come into like a space of peace about that, and just going, okay, like things are,
yeah.
it's just the way it is. And I think
I
even like
think
Mandy's talking about, not everyone has good days, and it's okay. And it's
right.
it's recognizing too, like, we're gonna make mistakes, and we're also, and that's who we are too. So being like, okay, like, it's just the
Yeah.
way it is. And then also recognizing, I think, when I quoted Kenny Rogers before, because I love some Kenny Rogers. He says in the song "The Gambler," you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. So, like, he's talking about a card game, obviously, but in life, knowing when to stay steady and say, this is just the way I am, and also going, this is who I am right now, but this is not who I want to be. And making that choice to go, okay, I'm going to go ahead and change things up now. I think it's so important.
Yeah. I think also, like you were talking about, finding that joy and acceptance. It doesn't
Mhm.
necessarily mean that you're giving up. It recognizes and finds peace with the current situation, that whatever you're going through. By doing that, by finding that place of acceptance, we can find those small pockets of joy that
Yeah.
that uplift our spirits. So I think I've gotten to the point where I have shifted my perspective
Mhm.
on a lot of situations. Not saying that there isn't some that I'm still kind of
Yeah.
resistant to, but finding that peace, I think finding that peace within myself of a situation that's happened or whatever is where I can be the joy. Is shifting that perspective and knowing that a challenging situation is a learning opportunity, right? By
That's it.
choose by choosing to see the silver lining, we can transform. And that's just the way things are. Into there's joy in even this, right?
Yeah. I was watching, there's a girl that pops up on my feed every now and then on YouTube, that she does, I'm sure you've seen her. She does stuff about nail education. She's been doing nails for ever and ever and ever, like over 30 years, I think. And she went to go get a pedicure, and in getting the pedicure, she's like, the whole experience was really great until it got to the filing, and the filing was really bad. Like,
Oh,
and so she, being in the industry for so long, she was just, and it got to the point where she hurt her. Like, she whatever she was doing with the filing incorrectly, like, hurt her, and she had to pull away. Which, she's like, I understand from a practitioner standpoint, you hate that moment. Like, if a client, like, you hurt the client, you realize, okay, you pull away. But the girl got defensive, and she was like, I've been doing this for over 20 years. And she was like, she says, from her perspective as a leader in the space, she goes, I wasn't even mad about it. But if she would have just been open to change and realizing she could be more effective, not just with me right now, but with all her clients, like, I wasn't even mad. Like, I could have totally helped her if she would have been open to do it, but she immediately got on the defense. And I think that that's something that I have been trying really hard to shift within myself as well, and going like, okay, like, if you feel that defensiveness coming up, going like, maybe there's something here. And it doesn't, I think the point I want to make today is it doesn't hurt anybody to listen. Like, it
Right.
doesn't, you are the one that ultimately decides whether you change your perspective on something, whether you're ready to allow that change. But it doesn't like automatically change you to just pause and listen to somebody else's perspective. I think we can all stand to do a little bit of that.
Right, right. Honestly, I feel like when we listen, that's when we learn the most.
Yeah,
That's when we learn the most. Yeah.
that's
When we
it.
just listen. Yeah.
That is a learning moment. People shut down. They do, because I think that the truth of it is nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody, that's a huge ego blow. Nobody, you know, nobody want, we want to feel like we are good and confident in what we're doing. And I think some of it too is like there's a defense mechanism that comes up when we realize we hurt someone as well. So she could have been like, realized that she hurt her and then been, oh, like, just feeling some kind of way about that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
I,
if we just listen, I think that's a going into, guys, it's July right now. August, September, October. No, we got less than 4 months. If we could just listen to each other in the next 4 months, boys and girls, can we please do that? I love it. Uh Yes. But like Britt said, shift the mind to, okay, we are wrong. What's the solution? That's it. Like, it's a for me, that's what, just the way it is has shifted perspective for me. So this is just the way things are, has shifted from a need to stay stuck to more of a going with the flow feeling, like, okay, this is what it is, moving on, you know.
yeah, being it's like being true to ourselves can when we honor ourselves, we find
Yeah.
that peace and happiness in the things that just the way they are, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like when we just embrace it, when we embrace the present moment and just, just just show gratitude to the situation, because even if it is challenging, like I said, it's a learning experience. So
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Listening. I love that. Don't just listen with the ears, but listen with the heart as well. Feel
yeah.
the situation, and I said that recently about how when I've been examining, because you all know I have been down the rabbit hole about relationships and friendships ever since I started working on the friendship documentary. And like really tapping into, Jessica, who do you what qualities do you really value in your circle of influence around you? And one of those things is what we're talking about, a willingness to listen, a willingness to, and a willingness to want to better themselves and better the world. And that doesn't look like perfection for me. That
Right.
doesn't look like, I'm not looking for friends who are like, all in, never make mistakes, whatever else. But I am looking for those people, like always, who are committed to just doing their best, to do, and to be open to hearing, other sides that may be different than what they believe, and being able to have a conversation about that instead of like we've talked about, taking offense and things of those nature. And so I appreciate I appreciate that you are one of those people. I see Mandy as being one of those people. I have seen Teresa be some of our friends that are out there chatting this morning. I've seen a lot of people that are in my circle that have kind of spoken to, yeah, you've got those people, that are there now that are under, willing to listen and hear and not jump to offense.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I feel like when we have those relationships, that also value communication as well. We've talked about, our value to communication. Uh, just reaching out to those people and can bring us joy.
Yeah,
Like it kind of reminds us that we're not alone in our experiences too.
right.
When you find those people that just are you know, accepting for who you are, of course, always, encouraging you to be your better self and to show up as your best self. But it's okay. They're also there to support you and the things that are, it just is what it is kind of
Yeah.
situation. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think and I don't know about you, but laughter is one of those
Mhm.
things that get me through. Finding our dark humor
Yeah.
is like
Laughter definitely helps with the it is what it is situations, because
yeah,
sometimes that is it speaks to, we might have these situations that come up where we feel like it is what it is, like, why don't I have any more control over this? But by you laughing, and you always have you always have control of how you respond, period,
yeah,
end of story. Like, you may not have another choice in the direction you want to go. It's like when we talk to our kids, like, okay, you got to clean your room. Well, I don't want to. Well, you have to, and you don't really have a choice. Like, you need to clean your room, but you have the choice of how you respond to it, and it's tough with kids, because when I was a kid, I griped about it. I didn't want to clean my
yeah, me too.
room either, but I almost wish that, somebody would have said that to me back then, of having, like, you have the choice of how you respond. You can
Yeah,
put on some music and smile and dance through this, or you can whine and cry and make this miserable for yourself, which is what I did most of the time growing up. So I wish somebody would have said to me then, like, you know, you could do this in a way that brings you joy, because it's your choice how you respond to this. You may not
yeah,
have a choice in what you're being told to do. And we know this is not just a parent thing. At school, you got to do what you're told to do. At work, you got to do what you're told to do,
yeah,
or there's consequences for those things, but you do always have the choice of how you approach it and how you respond to it. And that's your responsibility.
yeah. Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Laughter.
it just takes me back to the times that Naomi, because Naomi is those ones that just hates cleaning,
Yeah.
and I get it. I truly get it. I understand, and and sometimes it can be a lot and overwhelming for her, and she'll gripe and complain, and then there's times that she will draw it out for hours,
Yeah.
and I always tell her, girl, just turn on some music and just do a little bit at a time. Just
Yeah.
focus on a little bit. Just focus on this pile right here and this area, and then turn on your music, and then let's move on to the next one. Like it's just
You know what's wild is that sounds a lot like Pomodoro.
yeah, yeah. Let's
Doesn't
just
that? I'm
let us
like, that sounds familiar.
even before we started it, but now I'm like
I know.
really, really like
Yeah.
heavy on it. It's like let's just turn on some music and we'll just do a little bit at a time.
That's it. That's it. Speaking of Pomodoro, we have that coming up later on after the show. And so we want you to come hang out and come chill during our co-working hours, because it really is a good time, and a way for us to bring that joy to things being just the way they are, which is sometimes we have things to do that we might not always want to do, but we can make it a more joyful experience for ourselves in the just the way they are moments, by bring your own flavor to it. Bring your own flavor. We're going to go to a quick break, and we're going to come back after this and talk about birthdays and Pomodoro and a partridge in a pear tree. We'll be right back after this.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. It is Friday, friends, July 12th, 2024. Here in Southeastern Connecticut, we have Sail Fest all weekend. Super excited. It is the big event of the year here on the Southeastern Connecticut coastline, in New London, Connecticut. And the Sail Fest is such a huge source of memories for me growing up, because that's our big fireworks celebration. Everybody's so confused when they come here, like, why do you not have fireworks on the 4th? It has never been that way. It has always been during Sail Fest. They just show up and show out. The entire river is fireworks that night. So really excited. That's coming up tomorrow, the 13th, here in New London, Connecticut. Let me know if any of you guys are going to be there. We will be there down by the water, enjoying the fireworks and the thousands.
Even in your town, they're celebrating my birthday. So
that's it. That's what it is. See, had you been here, we could have had a whole birthday celebration. But as it is, Danielle's not coming down here either. And I'm like, well, damn, shit. I'm going to go do my own thing now. Yes, I'm going to come pick y'all up. I'm just going to pick you up on the way.
On the party bus.
Yeah, we that's what we need. I think, guys, I really feeling like I need a party bus. It need to happen.
I mean, we've already how we did a video a while back. Remember, on the party bus?
Yep. On a
toot toot. Get on. Yep.
That's it. That was my video that I did on TikTok about the party bus was one of my best videos, and I think people resonate with that, about like, look, I'm on a journey, and you can either come here and be on this journey with me, or don't. Or just don't. That's fine too. It is what it is.
I swear, I think I've been using that saying way more now than I ever have. It is what it is.
Yeah. But in such a, like we talked about, in such a different way. Like it's not a feeling of stuckness. It's a feeling of flow. Like I'm in control here, and it is what it is. That's it. We got birthdays happening. I know a couple people who, I don't know if we have any birthdays tomorrow or not, but we can talk about it.
Happy birthday to you.
All right. In the world of celebrity, I think, where's my notes here? Okay. I only have one celebrity written down for today, and that is, there's some other people, but Michelle Rodriguez, 46 years old. You might know her from Fast and the Furious, Resident Evil, what else was she? Oh, Lost, the show Lost. Did anybody else watch that all the way through? I got so confused at the last season. I think I gave up the last season, but I used to love
Yeah,
that show back in the day.
yeah, I don't think I ever finished it. Yeah, it was my it. Yeah, I got
I
into it.
loved it at the beginning. It was kind of
Yeah.
wild. It was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. And then at the end, I'm like, I don't have any idea. But happy birthday, Michelle Rodriguez. In the celebrities in my life, my cousin Shani Cushing had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. Today, Megan Hassinger, Linda Christensen have birthdays. Happy birthday to you, ladies. And tomorrow, Breakthrough Show Network alums times 3. Kira Lani has a birthday tomorrow. Danielle Valero has a birthday tomorrow. And Miss Brittany Floyd has a birthday tomorrow. Woo woo.
Oh, can you also add my friend Maurice on there? His birthday is today. So.
Oh, all right. Yes, we could. Oh, Maurice. Crazy old Maurice. Always good
That
for
sounds
a
about
laugh.
right. Sounds about right.
I was just quoting the Beauty and the Beast. That's what oh,
Too
Lord. That's it. I'm out. Okay. All right, let's get our birthday song on. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michelle Rodriguez, Cheney Cushing, Megan Hatzinger, Linda Christensen, Maurice, Kira Lani, Danielle Valero, and Brittany Floyd. Happy birthday to you. Oh, it stopped. It's always craziness around here. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating. I hope you make tomorrow, today, the whole weekend yours. Just make it amazing, exactly the way you want, and have a good time. And with that, let's talk about what's happening on the break. It might be good to spend some time in the Breakthrough Show Network for your birthday. I don't know. Let's talk about it. So we have some stuff coming up after the show. 9:55 a.m. check in for virtual co-working. Go to the breakthroughshownetwork.club. Under workspaces, you will find our collaborative workspace. That's where our event is. And just FYI for everybody, this is sort of a public service announcement here. We have been working on getting revamping the Breakthrough Show Network website. So probably in the next couple of weeks, links and things will be switching over, but you will still be able to go to the breakthroughshownetwork.com and the breakthroughshownetwork.club. And you might see the links being a little bit different at top, but that's going to be over the next few weeks. Wanted to let you guys know about that. Also, this afternoon, we have an all new episode of The Breakthrough Show with an amazing guest, Amanda Lindsay, who is she's the head of an organization that she calls SHAPE, which is Spreading Happiness Across Planet Earth. Shape the earth, spreading happiness. Love it. And so we're going to have her on the show at 1:00. Make sure you guys tune in for that. And then tomorrow we have our Soul Saturday morning coffee at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. And Sunday, an all new episode of Spirit Sessions. Jackie Dennison will be coming back. I've been told, is quite the celebrity in Canada because she is the head of a show called Rescue Mediums, where you have psychics come in and try to figure out, what's going on with these different phenomenon happening in people's houses and all that. So tune in Sunday for Jackie Dennison. You guys are going to love that show. 12:00 on Sunday for an all new Spirit Sessions. What do you have going on, Brittany? You just finished, you're starting a series of paintings
Yes.
Do you have your chicken one you can show people, or do you have it
I
nearby?
would.
Or no?
I don't. Yeah. No, I don't
Okay.
have it
Well,
nearby.
listen, go look on Secrety and Secret social media because she just posted a picture of fried chicken. The first one is called, and it's so cute, and it's going to be a whole barnyard collection, which is amazing. What else do you have going on? Do you want to share with people?
Well, we have our book coming out soon as well, so keep tuned for that. And then, the best thing to do is just follow me on all social media, Sacred and Secrets, to see what I have, because I have my hands in a little bit of everything. So,
What do you mean? Love it. I'm trying to get this link for you guys, but I'm struggling over here. Oh, here we go. I'm going to share this with you. While you guys have a moment today, what I need you to do is go and vote for Kevin Kiley. He is in a song, or America's next top hit maker, if I can English today. Go and vote for him because it's going to be amazing and we want him to win. He is currently in the top 20. He made it to the next round. So I put the link down there in the comments for you guys to go vote for him. Wait till after the show. It's only going to be a minute longer. And then go and vote for Kevin. We would appreciate that. And we're rooting for you, Kevin, for sure. We're
yeah,
very excited about
definitely.
that. Yes. So thank you so much for being here with me today, Miss Brittany. Always good to
Thanks
see
for
you.
having me.
Yes.
It's
Love it.
always a
And
vibe.
yes, a lot of craziness, crazy energy over here. Behind the scenes. Thank you so much, Brittany. Thanks to all of you. You had a lot of amazing friends join us today. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. Because why? You are
You
the
are
joy.
the joy.
That's it.
Hey,
You
that was
are. That's
good.
it. Period.
Yeah,
End of story.
period.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.